Musicology. Hold down, band.
How you doing? My name is Welychka, coming to you from the world-famous broadcast center known as the Chum City Building, right here in downtown Toronto. We are in the presence of a true artist. No one has blended the sounds of rock, pop, funk, R&B, soul, folk as effortlessly, as prolifically, and as successfully as this guy. He is a true groundbreaker that has sold over 100 million albums worldwide. We got him for a rare TV appearance, all to celebrate the release of his latest disc, Musicology. Check it out. His name is Prince.
Music. Where's gonna be there? You got to call them. Baby soldiers, need a break sometime. Listen to the group, y'all. Learn to wind your mind. No intoxication. See what I see. Dancing, I'm sweaty right in front of me. Call it what you like. I'ma call it high beat. This is just another one of our skits. Musicology. Sing it, y'all. Keep the body moving, just like I told you. The old school joint for the true folk soul. Musicology. Musicology. Yes, sir. Wish I had $1 for every time I say it. Don't you miss the feeling of music, day? Back in the day, let's go September, earth, wind, and fire. Hot pants by Jane, slides gonna take you higher. Money, keys, and drugs will make a roller skate jam. Take your pick, turntable, or a band. If it ain't Chuck D, a jam master, oh, they lose it. Cause they got a PhD in their body move. You got to keep the body moving, just like I told you. Keep the old school joint, what? For the true folk soul. Musicology, yes sir. Musicology, yeah. Y'all make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, on the drums, John Blackwell. Rhonda on the bass. Tell me that ain't funky. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Scott. Turn it up now. Yes, he is. Is that all right?
That's great.
Cool. How y'all doing? A little bit more? Wee bit more? Thank you. What's the word?
These are pretty cool.
Take it with you when you're done.
Just got me doing an advertisement, whether I want to or not.
Come on, y'all.
When I was younger, I always said that one day I was going to play all kinds of music and not be judged for the color of my skin, but the quality of my work.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get on your feet and I want you to pay homage to the one and only Prince.
Everybody party now. Let's eat the bomb. Friends gon' be there. You got to call them.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing, the reception we've gotten. With each date, I feel the energy growing as though they just want me to win. I don't even know what they think I'm fighting about, but they want me to win. I don't mind the word, it just seems like another way to sell it, which I don't think it really needs to be sold. We never really stopped touring, so if anything, the people that haven't been at the concerts are coming back to us.
You got to feel the party moving, just like I told you. Old school joint, folk soldiers, musicology.
I don't really think I left my funk roots to begin with anywhere along the line.
Well, anybody who's seen our concerts don't really agree that I'm mellow. I would challenge anybody, of course, to go get one of our previously released records and play it up against stuff of today, and you'll see a vast difference. I've always tried to do opposite of what everybody else was doing.
Cream, get on top.
That's how you stand out. You don't stand out by doing what everybody else is doing. In that regard, if it's more mellow, so be it.
He's just the best. There's no other way to describe him.
We love him!
He's straight out, he tells you the way it is.
I love the guy! That guy has moves. I love it.
It's the best concert I've ever seen.
I can die now. I saw Prince. I'm so happy.
He could really just go up there by himself with the guitar and do 3 hours and we'd all be fine.
I've always been welcomed with open arms, and that's why we tour extensively around the world all the time.
And I wish all of you the best on this fascinating journey. It ain't over. Peace.
Welcome back. This is Much More Music live with Prince. How y'all feeling? Are you ready? Make some noise for Prince. Let's get him out here. How you feeling? How you feeling? You all right?
Beautiful, beautiful.
I was going to say welcome, but I guess I should say welcome home to Toronto. I got to ask, how many people were at the shows in Toronto this week? Okay. I have never been to a show where the audience was so varied. I mean, black, white, young, old. It's incredible. And it's been like that through the whole tour?
Well, ultimately, I think that the music just shows that we're just all one people. We don't deal in the divisions. And just one big party, you know, sounds good.
Something else that was very apparent.
These are pretty cool.
Take it with you when you're done.
They just got me doing an advertisement, whether I want to or not.
There's something else very apparent watching the show was your love of music. I mean, it's obvious, but the way, you know, it doesn't matter what the band is doing. You're there, you're focused, and you're really getting off on what the band is doing. And they're featured just as much as you are. And it was just that passion, that love of music.
Maceo Parker on stage? So excited.
But everyone, too. And you even mentioned this is real music by real musicians, which is an often quoted line by you now. Pertaining to the state of music today, that comment?
Well, I think everybody knows, the audience even at this point, that a lot of the music that comes out now is prepackaged pop, and it's made with computers, and it's real evident when people play live that there's some trouble going on. So, you know, what we're trying to do is just, you know, it's no disrespect to them, but at the same time, I think that kids need to hear live music so that they know what it's really about, and then hopefully they'll pick up an instrument and keep this thing going.
And getting back to seeing you and being into the music and being passionate, most people as they get older, I think passion is diminished. Been there, done that, whatever. There's no slowing down for you, and it's very obvious.
Well, every day I think of as a new beginning, and I've been blessed enough to have some of the most incredible musicians in the world in each of my bands, and this one is no different. And it's an amazing thing to be able to go on stage with people like Candy Delfer and John Blackwell and Rhonda Smith, people like that, Maceo Parker, and to know that you get to listen to them every night. So I'm waking up, I can't wait to get to the gig. So hurry up with your questions so I can...
Questions, of course, not only for me, and a lot of questions from people want to get in for you as well. You heard a lot since the release of Musicology earlier this year, that word comeback, which is funny because you didn't go anywhere, and you're the first to admit that, and these people know you didn't go anywhere. You were very busy. But when I hear the word comeback, it almost makes me think that the mass audience came back to you.
Well,
true?
I think what has happened this year is the media sort of came back to me, and they're focusing on what we're doing. It's pretty hard to ignore, and the audience has never gone away, and the shows are some of the biggest that are out this summer, so it's almost like they're waking back up to what's happening, you know, so it's all a blessing, you know. I love it.
Well, I'm going to let you all know here that we have some questions from these people here and also questions from people out there as well, but we're going to take a little bit of a break. Got to wipe the sweat off. It's very hot in here, all these people. And I'll let you know that we'll be back in a minute, so don't go away. Welcome back. This is Much More Music Live with Prince. How y'all feeling? You digging it? Let's go back a little bit. 93.
Let's not. Okay. Let's stay right here.
Not in a way that you're thinking, but you started talking about the industry in a way that you were the first, I think, to talk about the way artists were treated and to reclaim sort of the art by the artist. Since then, you know, around the late 90s, we saw the establishment of the Artist Coalition, for instance, all this dialogue taking place. Did you feel you were alone back then, and did you feel you had something to do with this dialogue taking place now amongst these artists?
Well, actually, when I would sit down with artists just hanging out, you know, chilling, not doing anything in particular, we would talk about the trials and tribulations of the industry all the time. And we would talk about ways that we could change things if we had our way. Unfortunately, all of us were signed to these really restrictive agreements where you can't get out of them until you deliver X amount of product. And that product would actually belong to the corporation that you're recording for. Now, the reason why it became such a big deal back then is ever since my third album, I wasn't really taking large advances from the recording companies. I was recording the albums myself in my own studio. So the way I looked at it, I owned the work because I paid for it. And I did all the work. I created it, so I felt like it should belong to me. That said, the companies felt otherwise. And they would always hold this contract up and say, well, you signed it. And I say, well, I understand that. It's not like I want to leave. I just want to, you know, talk about this thing and see if we can't make it more fair. Of course, they wouldn't change, because if they changed, they wouldn't really exist. And that's kind of the situation we're in right today. They're not going to exist much longer.
Yeah, I've heard it said, the mold, the record company mold as we know it in 5 to 10 years, A, is going to cease to exist, or B, is going to be drastically different. And the internet is going to have a lot to do with that. And you're there now with what you're doing.
Well,
the
kids,
MPG Music Club.
Yeah, kids today, I mean, they're so talented and sophisticated. I mean, they can create their albums on laptops. They can do the artwork themselves. They can deliver it through the internet. They can be their own distribution service. I mean, what do we really need record companies for? I mean, really.
I'd have one or two friends out of a job. Hopefully they'll find something else to do.
Yeah, that's all.
Because you have friends in the industry as well.
Oh, yeah.
So,
you know, I'm just trying to talk to them. It's not like we're against them or anything like that. The idea is that we find better ways of working with one another. It shouldn't be a situation where they own the album or the work. We're talking about intellectual copyrights. They'll probably edit all this out. But I'm going to say it anyways. That said, if we can work together, then it's going to be, you know, everybody will kind of move into a situation where they do what it is that they're qualified to do. If they're going to be indeed a delivery service, then that's fine. But even FedEx doesn't say that they own the thing that they ship, you know, right? We're going to make a copy, and we're going to keep this here, and then we'll make a copy and give it to everybody else.
Enough about the business. Let's talk about the art. Again,
Thanks.
we have Cheryl, I believe, back here with a question.
Hi, Prince. You know, I'm a longtime fan. It's just a pleasure to talk to you. You talked earlier about being inspiring people to pick up an instrument. I think you were talking about children. Well, I'm one of those kids who just recently bought her first acoustic guitar. Have no idea how to play it yet. That will change. I just wondered, with this tour, since it's a Schools In theme, are you wanting people to come away with an inspiration to maybe pick up an instrument, or are you happy with people coming away just being inspired and have a new appreciation for real music?
Both. You know, one thing I think is very important, that if kids don't learn the craft of songwriting and playing real instruments and making real music, then we're going to lose this art form, and it's just going to be, you know, technology based, and I don't know that there's much heart in that. So I'm proud of you for picking that instrument up, definitely.
Do you remember the first artist you remember the first artist that maybe came up to you at some point and said you were a huge inspiration for me? It's something you're hearing a lot now, but I'm wondering if you remember when it first started happening.
That's a good question. No, I tend not to focus too much on my early career and the past. I try to focus on right now. I do know that people like D'Angelo, Alicia Keys, Beyonce. I'm most happy when people come up to me and they say they're inspired by my music and they're actually talented. You know, you know, it's kind of scary when some of them, you know, never mind. You know.
That begs a follow-up. Who has said? We won't do that. But can I ask you to look at the monitor? We have a question.
I love your work. I look just like you, right? Sorry, that was uncalled for. I had no business doing that. So.
Floor is yours. You can do whatever you want, bud. If you can look at the monitor, we have a question from all the way from Toronto. Right up there.
Hey, my name is Jason. I'm from Toronto, and I just wanted to ask Prince what is his version of real music?
Do you have a concert ticket? No. That's not nice. That's narcissistic and arrogant. It's just come to the concert.
So far, every show has gotten rave reviews, and I'm wondering, have you ever had a bad show on this tour? Or has anyone even noticed that maybe you've had a bad show?
That's a good question. One of the things we pride ourselves in is, again, learning how to arrange music, learning how to make the songs strong, segueing them all together, keeping the show like popping, and if you do have a bad show, like my voice is a little raggedy because it's so many shows back to back, but it doesn't matter because the band's so tight and they're a well-oiled machine at this point. So that's why it's so important to learn the music and not rely on the computers, you know, because you got people now, if they forget their dats at the airport, that's a wrap. Straight out. So it's like, you got to be able to do it, you know. I mean, and look at those drums. I mean, look, it's just beautiful.
And how many drums does he go through, though? He hits them hard.
Yeah.
He's pounding on them. Yeah. Nice. We're going to take a little bit of a break here, but it doesn't mean we're going anywhere, and you shouldn't go anywhere either. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. This is Much More Music Live with Prince. And musicology. Let's talk about musicology again. Good love songs, of course. That's what you do really well. But also, Cinnamon Girl comes to mind. Also, Dear Mr. Man. Songs dealing with the current state of what's going on in the world. Delicate subject matter in some people's eyes. Was that a concern for you, knowing that if you sort of delved in this area, it might be misinterpreted or whatever?
No, I made my career in saying whatever I felt like saying, so.
Are you optimistic about what's happening now? Are we
Absolutely.
turning a corner of understanding, hopefully?
Absolutely. Anytime you get people like this together and you just sit down and you talk about things, what we all seem to come up with is that we all are one people. And Toronto's really indicative of that. I find so much peace here, and the relation between people who are supposedly different are actually a lot better than they are in the United States. And a lot of that, when you think about it, a lot of it's taught to us. And I think it's taught to us for a reason, because ultimately it keeps us apart, and it keeps the people in power in charge of us. So ultimately, we're going to have to learn how to be together and become one people. What I've been doing recently is studying the scriptures as deep as I can, so that that's what gives me the optimism. And I would advise anybody, if you want to feel like there's some hope in this joint, I mean, pick up the book and like read it and get somebody to actually show you what's going on in it, because it's a real thing.
The insight you seem to possess, and just your general energy about you, was it always there, even years ago?
No, I think I've evolved just like anybody else. One difference, I think, with me is that in human years, I'm a little older than most of the artists that come on television, so you don't hear a lot of young people talking about things like I talk about, because they really haven't lived, they haven't gone through a lot of experiences yet, and we can't really expect them to. That's why it's important that the media, open up the doors a little bit and, get some elders up in here. Let's talk about all this. We can't, it's just not all the party, alcoholism and promiscuity. I mean, so it's just too much.
Well, there was one review that said what she was reminded of earlier on in the tour was that this, to me, was the old Prince introducing the new Prince. And I thought, I kind of see what she's saying, but how did you react when you heard something like that?
Actually, I just heard that now, but it's fine. I don't mind. It's her viewpoint. I think we're just all in evolution. We're going to just keep learning things as we go along, and we're here to teach one another. So, I'm going to speak about it. I hope others do too.
A question from someone in Kamloops again on the monitor up there.
Hi, my name is Katrina, and I just moved to Toronto from Kamloops, BC, and I want to ask Prince what is his most favorite thing to do in Canada.
That's a good question, and yeah, spend time with my wife and family. Yeah.
Back in April, there was the quote about, because you spend a lot of time out in the city doing things, and when you drive down Queen Street, you've often wanted to go to Speaker's Corner, for instance. You haven't done that yet, have you?
Yeah, I would always look at it, and then because it's so much fun to watch, and then, I just kind of thought I'd get in there and just blank out, so it's...
You did a Canadian impression, or an impression of Canadians last night.
Actually, that was the only lip-synced part in the show.
You haven't developed the A yet?
Actually, I like that. I can feel that. That's got some stuff on it, so I might keep it.
You don't catch yourself, maybe a certain word all of a sudden coming out different in the past couple of years? Nothing like that?
No. My wife doesn't have an accent, so I don't think I'll pick it up. Now, some of her brothers do. Kent! Sorry.
An audience question right here.
Hey, Prince. My name is Jordan Mimran, and I know you record a lot of music, and I'm curious how much music do you have in your famous vault, and how much of it do you rehash later? Do you ever use any of it later on? What are you planning on doing with it?
Trying to see if you fit the profile of a bootlegger. Keep an eye on him. Yeah, all right. We actually have a few vaults now because I record so much. Sometimes I'll pull something out of there and use for a record that I'm working on, if it fits, but very rarely, because we work on new music all the time. I'm always writing, and once again, playing with such wonderful musicians, they're such an inspiration. You can't stop trying new things out, so it's a joy.
I've heard, sometimes till 3 or 4 in the morning, you're up tinkering. Sometimes all night, when the mood hits you.
Yeah, I'm in rehab now, though, so... Studio rehab. Better clarify that. When we're out on the road, we have to do after shows because everybody, the audience, us, we get so high from the show that we got to do something to come down. So we play like 2-3 more hours, and then we can relax and chill out. So that's what it's about.
Tonight there's going to be a show. You're going to be hanging out after?
Definitely.
This person wanted to know where.
Where? His house.
From Hamilton. You know where Hamilton is, just down the road there. We have another question over here.
Hi, my name's Troy, and I'm from Hamilton. Prince, I was just wondering, how do you pick the members in your band? And I break dance, so maybe I could be in your band, if that's cool, maybe? No?
There's definitely a spot for you in the show for breakdancing. You will be on stage alone, though. There probably won't be any music happening, but you just do your thing, you know. It's like, the band members come to me usually through other band members. We're just kind of, I guess, it's like nepotism. Someone will introduce me to this person. They'll be in the band for a while. They'll say, if you ever need such and such. Like Renato Neto is an amazing keyboardist. He came to me through Rhonda. And Candy, I met her in very strange circumstances. She could better tell you that than I could. But Maceo, it was just a dream to play with him. I always wanted to. And we were just thinking the other day that what a blessing. I'm the one that gets to cue in his solos. I mean, it's like, wow. You know, if it was over now, I'm straight.
We've got to wrap this up soon, but I got to ask, you know, looking back at the career, a lot of milestones you've lost track. Well, you don't keep track, but I'm sure a lot of people have lost track of them all. The word visionary has come up a lot. You might downplay it, but when you hear the word visionary, what do you think of? And do you think, does it apply to you?
Well, ultimately, I think it applies to all of us. If you ask anybody in this room, if they had their way, how they would reshape their life and the world, they could give you a wonderful scenario. So the idea is to just try to live that, and that's what I try to do.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. I'm sure all these people appreciate it. We are going to give you a little bit more music after the break, so don't go away.
Can we start with the turnaround? Turn around, turn around. 2, 3, come on now. Who wanna dance with me? Come on, everybody. Everybody, get on the floor. Tell me what you come here for. Girl, it ain't no use. Your body will get loose. Work that body like you want some more. I'm saying everybody, get on the beat. We're gonna show you people how to treat. People everywhere, loosen up your hair. Take a deeper breath and sing along with me. Are y'all ready? Hey, come on, say ooh. All right. Sit dance, music, sex, romance. Everybody just swinging ooh. All right. Loosen up, shake it like you just don't care. Like you just don't care. Never mind your friend, girl, it ain't no sin. Shake that body to the early light. Come on now if you dare. I'm saying everybody, forget your masses. We only want to have some fun. Do whatever we want. Get busy in the middle of a restaurant. Police ain't got no gun. Y'all don't have to run. Somebody think, ooh, all right. Come on, y'all. To dance, What?
Dance, music, sex, romance.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Everybody clap your hands now. Only 2 and 4, y'all. Stay in town. All right, let's back up and give Maceo some room. Ladies and gentlemen, Maceo Parker. Oh. Shaka laga laga. You want some bread? Let him get some, baby. Ooh. Shake your money maker. Shake your money. What we do back here? Shake your money maker. Shake your money. Give Candy some. Oh, I want to. Watch out, man. Don't hurt him. Wait a minute. Can Rhonda get some? On the one. Rhonda. Everybody back up. Her name is Rhonda. And she is funky. What's her name? What? Groove, y'all. Come on, come on. Ha, good God. Going. Ha, good God. Ain't nothing but a party. Ha, good God. Oh, turn around. We can't hurt her. Somebody call the police.
Oh, yeah, what a party! We know everyone here loved it. We hope you loved it. We got to say thanks to everyone here. Thanks to you for watching. And, of course, thank you to Prince and the NPG. Have a good night. Take care. God bless.